Now, can you all see me? Hopefully now you could see me. Sorry, this is a new app. I just noticed that it was a background. Okay, awesome. Let me look out. So once again, this is what happens. At least, done is better than perfect. I can hear some of you right now thinking like, oh my God, Patricia messed up. Yeah, Patricia messed up. So what? It's not a big deal, my love. So once again, so I'm excited to be here. Drop me a chat in the comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know that you're here. And if you're catching the replay, let me comment as well. So you can see and hear me. Awesome. Thank you, my love, for letting me know you can hear and see me. So today, once again, is going to be short and sweet. But what is Soul Coffee with Patricia? So make sure you grab your coffee. I got mine here. Um, and so today I'm just going to kind of go over briefly. And like I was saying, if you're just joining me live now, you can probably tell I'm nervous. I have not done a live since November of 2022. And normally when I do Zoom calls is on PowerPoint. So this is the first time that I'm doing a video like this since November of 2022. So it is what it is. I've made a commitment that I'm going to get out of my comfort zone this year. I also made a commitment I was going to start going live today on February 5th, and I'm honoring my commitment for that. So, not going to be perfect. And if you're looking for somebody who's perfect, might want to get off right now because I'm not perfect and I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just me. So, once again. So this series, what I'm going to be going live on Facebook and YouTube to start. I'm going to be adding more platforms as I get more comfortable with this new platform that I'm on. Is I'm going to be going live Monday to Friday, the first 3 full weeks of the month at 9 a.m. Cancun. Why those dates? Because I do flex time. So when I do flex time, I don't have any appointments that are scheduled in my calendar. It's for me to play catch up and to re energize myself so I have more to give for all of you. So, once again, I'll be talking all things manifesting, magic, and spiritual gifts. Each day, it'll be something different that I'll be talking about. So, once again, if you have any questions for me about manifesting, magic, or spiritual gifts, leave them in the comment below. I'll look and see what questions you guys have, and you never know, maybe I will cover it. And if I pick your question, I'll give you a shout out. So you'll get shout out on side of here. So once again, there'll be that. But first, a little bit about me. Who am I? So my name is Patricia Elizabeth. For those who don't know me, I am Canadian. However, I've been living in Mexico full time. It's been 4 years. So on February 3rd, it was 4 years that I've been in Mexico. Best thing that I've ever done. Because it really opened me up in a way that I always knew deep down was possible, but once again, I'm basically living my magical soul life. It's not perfect because no life is perfect, but it is perfect for me. So growing up, I always knew that I was spiritually gifted. However, I learned early on if I wanted to be loved and accepted unconditionally, I needed to suppress my spiritual gifts. Anybody here can relate to that? Because I know I can't be the only one that's like, oh my God, Patricia, yeah, I knew early on, or I realized in my adult life, but I learned I needed to suppress it. And that's quite common for all of us. Then, I went to school, got bullied as a child, got so bad to a point I almost wanted to commit suicide. In fact, my mother told me several years ago that she actually found my notes because I was writing out, I was mapping everything out on paper to commit suicide. So obviously I didn't go through with it because I'm here. My poor mom, though, the things I made her go through. Then, I graduated from school. Then I developed an eating disorder. I became anorexic, which I almost died from. Luckily, I had a nurse when I landed in the hospital the last time that really took the time to speak with me, and that was my first wake up call. Was like, damn, like what am I doing? And then I start taking care of myself. Then 2004, my whole world came collapsing. I was diagnosed with a major clinical depression. And once again, I remember sitting down looking. I was in my basement apartment. I'm sitting down on the floor. I'm looking myself in a mirror, asking myself, like, who the hell is this person? Anybody else can relate to me? And I was like, who is this person? Like, why, how did I get here? And then I realized I had a decision to make. I could either do whatever it takes to overcome my clinical depression, and it's something that's going to be a lifelong battle for me. Part of it is genetic, but I do win the battle. So I'm very grateful for that. Or I can stay where I am. And then if I stay where I am, I got two options. I can either just continue staying where I am, or I can just end my life. And I remember hearing a voice saying, "You are meant for more." And I was like, "What do you mean I'm meant for more?" They were like, "You're meant for more." So I'm like, "Oh, so I need to just do whatever it takes and overcome this?" They were like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay." So that's what I did. I did it start by doing a 360-degree evaluation of my life, realized that once again, I was so disconnected from myself that it was like not even funny. See, growing up, I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I knew I wanted to make a huge impact and impact a lot of people. But sadly, in corporate, that's not where my journey, like what I was meant to do. So hey, my love. So, I start reevaluating. I start and then I realized that, you know what? I always wanted to move to Montreal. So I made the move. Once I got better, I moved to Montreal and I haven't looked back. Montreal for the first time in my life was where I was known as Patricia. So you see, I grew up in a family of politicians. My family was well known, so I was known as my dad's daughter, or my brother's sister, or my this person's niece, or this person's granddaughter. But I was never known as me. And as you can imagine, that created a whole lot of challenges and blocks for me. But Montreal is where I learned to discover who I was, who I start to be, just me. Then I moved to Toronto, where I learned to take action. And I mean, I moved in several places now. I'm living in my third country. I lived in Miami for a bit. I mean, I'm in beautiful Mexico now. And yes, it is cold where I am. This is why I'm wearing my fleece, because it's cold here today. But I'm not going to complain because at least I'm not getting snow like back home in Canada. So once again, it's been a journey to get to where I am. And here's what I'm going to encourage all of you. It's time for you to start deciding what do you want your life to look like? Are you living your magical soul life? And I want you to be honest. And if you're watching live or the replay, I want you to comment in the chat. Are you living your magical soul life? And if not, I want you to ask yourself, why are you not living your magical soul life? What's holding you back? And I want you to start making a commitment. You're going to start living your magical soul life a little bit every day. Because right now I can hear some of you. I can't believe Patricia's doing a live right now. Like nothing is perfect. Some of you are going to have to let go of the need of being perfect. You're waiting for everything to be perfect before you move forward. You're waiting that, oh, well, I got to have all my branding perfect. I need to have, well, here's the thing, my loves. Fears and doubts are always going to be there. You're always going to have fear. I had a panic attack. I'll be honest. I had a panic attack before coming on here. I haven't been on video like this since November of 2022. And this is not my default being on camera and speaking. Did I let that hold me back? No, I'm here live. Have I messed up so far? Yes, I have. Am I okay with that? Yes. Why? Because at least I'm doing. At least I choose not to let fear hold me back. And the only way you're going to be able to overcome fear and doubt is by keep doing, by keep moving forward. The only way you're going to get clarity is by keep moving forward. So if you let all your fears hold you back, game over. So are you committing to stop letting your fear and doubt hold you back? Yeah, there's always going to be fear and doubt that's going to keep coming up for you. And thank you for being honest and transparent, my love. But I'm here to say there's fear and doubt is always going to be there. You're never going to be able to clear it 100%. It's always going to be there. Difference is your mindset. Are you going to allow fear and doubt hold you back, or are you going to start taking control? And I would encourage you guys each day do a little something to get out of your comfort zone to start moving forward. Hey, good morning, my love, because once again, you get to decide. You really do get to decide. Are you committed right now? You're going to start moving forward without letting fear and doubt hold you back? Or are you going to just sit there in fear? Because the longer you're going to sit in fear and doubt, the harder it's going to be for you to move forward. Once again, I didn't want to go live this morning. But I decided I'm not letting fear and doubt hold me back. Now, for some of you, it could look for you recording the video first. Now, I don't have time to record a video until I'm satisfied with it, which is why I just decided to go live. But you get to decide. And for some of you, you gotta watch how you're speaking to yourself. If you keep telling, I'm afraid, I can't do this, I have doubts, what do you think you're doing? You are anchoring that in on a deeper level. You're anchoring in, you're letting fear hold you back because how you speak to yourself creates your reality. Or you keep telling yourself, I'm afraid, I have fears, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not perfect enough, I'm not enough. Because if you talk to yourself that way, well, guess what? That's the reality you're creating for yourself. You're holding yourself back. Can I give you guys a challenge? Let me know in the chat if I can challenge you. Can I give you guys a challenge? Or are you like, nope, I'm just going to sit here letting life hold me back? I'm going to encourage you right now, every day, do something to get out of your comfort zone. And pay attention. How are you speaking to yourself? If you have kids, the way you speak to yourself, will you talk to your kid that way? And if you don't have any kids, just imagine you have a kid. Would you talk to your kid the way you're talking to yourself? Most of you, I'm going to bet that no, you would not talk to your kids the way you're talking to yourself. So why are you talking to yourself that way? And my parents talked to me that great, that's in your past. Do you want me to give you good news? Good news is you got a clean slate right now. The past is in the past. The future is in the future. You are in the present moment. So why not start choosing to live in the present moment? Let go of your past. And I can hear some of you, but I have more stuff to clear. Guys, some of you, the reason you're not creating your magical soul life is because all you're doing is I got to clear everything. Clearing is important. I have 2 modalities where we clear. But if that's all you're going to do is just clear, you're never going to, that's all you're going to do the rest of your life. What you focus on, expand. So I'm going to commit you, start paying attention. How are you speaking to yourself? And that also has to do with manifesting. I can hear some people, what does that have to do with manifesting? It's got everything to do with manifesting. It's got everything to do with your spiritual gifts as well. Because if you tell yourself, I can't, guess what? That's the reality you're creating. So every day, I want you to ask yourself, what can I do to get out of my comfort zone? And never mind, guys, about being judged, because here's the thing. I have some of you right now that are watching me live or the replay. You're going to take inspiration from me. The fact that I'm coming on live. I'm not comfortable doing lives anymore. I never really was, but I was used to doing them. And you're going to take inspiration to do something. And then I'm going to get the other half of you are going to start judging me because it's not perfect. And it's true. And I know that. And I'm okay with you judging me because that's your shit. It's not my shit. I'm okay not being perfect. In fact, you're not going to get anywhere in life being perfect. And yes, I know most of us are programming we receive and society tells us we have to be perfect. But I'm here to tell you, being perfect is holding you back. No, I can't make any mistakes. I want to launch my business, but I don't have everything figured out. Anybody here, you want to launch your business, but you don't have it all figured out? Drop me a B for business if that is you. Can I share your secret? You're never going to have it all figured out. So why are you waiting to have it all figured out before you move forward? And if you have everything figured out all the time, then you're not getting out of your comfort zone and you're not going bigger. You're staying small. And you're not meant to stay small. You're meant to actually like up your game. For some of you, it's time for you to really up your game. It's time for you to commit. This is your comeback year. For most of us, it's our comeback year. Yes, I know the last several years been very challenging for a lot of us. See how I almost said difficult, but I choose challenging? Because challenging is a little bit more positive than difficult. We've been tested. We fell down. For some of us, we pretty much like, but this is your comeback year. If we're in January 1st, 2025, do you want to be looking back of 2024 and realize that, same thing happened back again? You didn't accomplish any of your goals and dreams. You didn't move forward. And for some of you, it's going to be too late if you wait until 2025. Or do you want to look back and be able to at least, no matter what happened, at least be able to be proud of yourself because you did something to move forward? I'm going to really encourage all of you. Really let go of the perfectionist. Let go of you got to have everything figured out. The only thing you got to figure things out is by doing. First thing first, that's the fastest way of figuring things out. And let me tell you, I can tell you when I first started my business, way back, my first business, everything had to be perfect. Well, guess what happened? By the time I launched, I realized, oh shit, I had everything wrong because everything had to be perfect. So let go of the need of perfectionists and really encourage you to go. If you need to be more visible, if you have a business, are you letting people know you have a business? Some of you, yeah, but I'm doing healing work, but people know I have a business. And I go look at their profiles and I'm like, you don't have a business. You don't make offers. You don't let people know they can hire you. And in fact, if you're not making a profit, you don't have a business. You have an expensive hobby. So what commitments are you really to make this year? Month of February. What are you committing on doing? What are you committing to get out of your comfort zone? Because I can tell you this, you're not going to create your magical soul life by sitting in your comfort zone. You're not. Life happens outside of your comfort zone. Now, I'm not telling you if you're afraid of heights, go jump off Mount Everest. Every day you should be doing a little something to get out of your comfort zone more and more. Until you get comfortable. This is the year to get comfortable being uncomfortable. This is your comeback year, which means you gotta start moving forward. You gotta let the past stop holding you back. You gotta start being more mindful. How are you speaking to yourself? You gotta be mindful. Who are you surrounding yourself with? For some of you, you are only surrounding yourself with negative and toxic people. And guess what? That's keeping you stuck. Now, I'm not saying you got to get rid of everybody, but some of you are going to have to limit your time with certain people. And there's nothing wrong with putting you first. You want to create your magical soul life, you're going to have to put yourself first. For those of you who are live or catching replay, can you drop me aha moments in the chat? How is this landing with all of you? Am I making sense? Because right now I'm just channeling and this is what's coming true. Let me know in the chat. I know there's delays, but once again, the more you're going to interact with me, I need peace of mind. And once again, guys, the more you're going to interact with me, the more you're going to get out of me. So let me know in the chat, is this landing? Is this making sense? And let me know in the chat right now, what commitment are you going to make in February? Are you going to do something every day that's going to get you out of your comfort zone? Are you going to start focusing on your goals and dreams? Absolutely, totally true, wise words. Okay, awesome. Thank you, my loves. Or are you just gonna sit there? I don't have it all figured out. I'm not this. I'm not that. I don't have, it's not perfect. Well, life ain't perfect, my loves. And I can tell you, the biggest name out there, they don't wait until everything is perfect to jump. We jump, and we kind of go with it. Now, but once again, get out of your comfort zone, one little baby step at a time. If you want to start your business, well, every day take a little baby step to start building your business. And FYI, you don't have a business until you're making money and you're making a profit. So if you're not making money, consistently making money, you do not have a business, you have an expensive hobby. Yes, I know I'm screaming right now because I have a few of you that needs to hear this. And I'm very passionate about this. So what are you committing on doing in the month of February? Are you going to keep hiding? And I got to stay in my little safe zone? Now, I'm not saying go do something stupid, go in front of I live in Mexico, so go hang out with the cartels. I'm not saying anything like that. But you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. You're going to have to start getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And commit and then execute. Commit and execute. Don't just sit there once again, guys. I don't have it all figured out once again. Am I inspiring anybody right now? Is there anybody here that wants plan to study and preparing for abroad studies? Anybody here wants to do lives? You have to start doing videos in lives, but you're afraid. You're like, oh my God, I can't do that, Patricia. Because let me tell you, you can. And the more you do something, the more you repeat by doing something, the more comfortable you become and the better you become at it. I mean, once again, this is not natural for me to do on videos. I haven't done videos since November of 2022. But I didn't let that hold me back. And I had a whole bunch of reasons why not to. So I'm going to really encourage you. What can you do today to get you out of your comfort zone? For some of you, maybe going to say hi to somebody. It could be, but, commit and start doing. Makes perfect sense. Love planning to study and prepare. So once again, what are you committing on doing today that's going to start moving you forward to your magical soul life? And let me know in the chat, what is a question you have around manifesting spiritual gifts and or magic? This is your opportunity, my loves, to ask me a question. Because I will pull probably once a week some of your questions that you have for me. But you need to ask them in the chat. Do not private message me. Do not email me your questions. You don't have private access to me unless you're a private client. So drop them in the chat. And I'm going to encourage for those of you who are not interacting. Why are you not interacting? Why are you hiding? Some of you, you're like, well, you're watching lives, you're not liking, you're not commenting. And that just means that you're just a bystander watching life happen. So I'm going to encourage you. If you never comment and or like the post, click on the love button. That will be a good first step for you to start getting comfortable, getting out of your comfort zone. When I say hello in the chat. And some of you are like, oh, Patricia, that's stupid. No, it's not, guys. It's getting you out of your comfort zone. Because once again, the way that you're showing up, that will tell me what life you're living. So if you're hiding, guess what? You're not going to be, it's going to be harder for you to create your magical soul life because you're hiding. I get it. The last several years for a lot of us, we've been wanting to hide and kind of stay to ourselves. But I know this. Who here wants to have a healing business or any type of business? I can tell you this, if you're going to have a business, you can't hide. You're going to have to start being visible. You're going to have to start showing up. And when you're hiding, you're not showing up fully. And there is a time to hide. There is a time to go within and resource. But for some of you, that's an excuse you're hiding behind. And it's time to stop hiding behind your excuses. It's time to stop hiding behind your fears. It's time to take control back. I'm not sure where my path is to go. Can I tell you something? Most of us don't exactly know where our path is going to go. My Divine Light Council, that's the name of my spirit team. They keep changing where I'm going. I just kind of go with where they're telling me to go. But once again, I'm showing up. And the more you show up, the better as well it's going to be for you. You're going to start, for some of you, once again, some of you know where you want to go, but you're not showing up. So it's time to start to rise up. It's time to start to let go of all the excuses and all the bullshit and all the programming. It's time to stop letting other people control you. It's time to start taking your power back and start creating your magical soul life. So let me know in the chat, how was this? Let me know once again, do you have any questions you want to ask me? I won't be going more than 30 minutes for these because once again, I do have a crazy business schedule. But I'll be back on live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Cancun. Drop me your questions. And once a week as well as I'm going to be doing a ISA energy clearing. But once again, let me know the questions. Do not ask me, can you do a clearing on this, Patricia? That I will not do. That's, you don't have private access. But what are your questions that you have for me? This is also going to help me to formulate what am I going to talk about for this. So once again, anything manifesting, spiritual gifts, it could be mindset, or it could be as well as magic work. So if you haven't liked this post, or if you're on Facebook, you haven't loved it, click on the like button, click on the love button. Make sure you're commenting. Once again, when you interact with me, you're letting know Facebook and or YouTube that you're enjoying this video. It'll show it to more people. It's also helping me out. If you haven't liked, if you're on Facebook, click on the like or follow for my business page. If you're on YouTube, click on the subscribe button and the bell notification to get notified when I get live. So once again, yeah, I'm not going to teach you guys how to heal traumas in past lives, my love. I'm not teaching you how to do actual healing work, okay? That, once again, like if you have questions like, like clears or stuff like that, but I'm not going to teach you all how to do healing work. I can, but you're going to have to sign up for my certifications, and it comes at an investment once again. So drop me your questions below. Some of you, I'm going to encourage you guys to maybe sit and ask, okay, what can I ask Patricia? Around like manifesting or whatever. But once again, I'm not going to teach you how to do healing work or how to start your business. That's not that you need to hire me. So lots of love once again. Share with me below, what was your aha moment? What was your takeaway? And I will see you tomorrow for another Soul Coffee with Patricia Elizabeth. Bye for now.